Do you want to check the sound first or no?
No, it's on. They're
We're
all in 6.
We all sound good?
Ooh.
Let me put this.
I want to make sure we all sound good.
We're recording this part?
Yeah.
I guess
We got it.
as
No,
long
it's
as we're
on.
all clear.
We
I
got
guess
it.
we are. Well, we're back.
Well, I like when we start the show with Matteo going, "We're on!"
Yeah.
Because it's very Mike and the Mad Dog.
Right.
Very Chris Russo-esque.
Good.
He's starting to look like Chris Russo.
That's a pretty good opening. We're on.
I would like to begin by thanking all the competitors who participated last week during the Comedy Freaking Madness. That was a hell of a night.
It really was. It was a good night.
Very special nights. I want to thank all those guys. All very funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that some people misinterpreted what we were doing.
I think they were.
What was the criticisms?
But
Well, I won't say them on air. But
I don't.
I think a
there
lot
was
of
no criticisms.
I
I
don't-
just think there's
criticisms,
a lot of misinterpretation.
But I think they didn't realize that I find particular comics funny.
Yeah.
And here's a comic I don't find funny. Chris Rock. No, I'm kidding. But once again, thank you to all those guys. I love all those guys, and we'll get all those guys back on soon.
Yeah.
We should.
I hope so.
Yeah, we will.
So let's get into the slap. What a night.
I know.
Did you watch it live?
I did.
You watched it live? Because you watch the Oscars every year?
I do.
I do. Me too.
Yeah,
I watch it every year.
What was your initial reaction? You thought it was
I
fake.
thought it was fake.
fake.
I was
5 seconds in, I thought it was a bit.
You thought it was a bit.
absolutely not. Like I follow Will Smith for about a year now, and he is.
Does he mind?
Shut up. And he's deteriorating. Like his Instagram, like he'll post stories that like other people will mirror because they're just like so vaguely unhinged. Like him just revealing parts of his life in text. But they're like screenshots in Reddit, like people taking those like stories that were deleted and highlighting certain words and putting them together.
Like, I'm going to slap Chris Rock. I think you're thinking of the Riddler.
Whatever.
Actually, if you look back in one of Will Smith's old albums,
Yeah.
if you put everything together, it will say.
So you're saying that he was calling his shot or something like that? Or
No, like it's weird because his wife has, or partner has that show on Facebook TV.
Right, but that's not a real show.
You think it's a Kardashian type stunt?
No, it's not a stunt. Like it's a Kardashian level publicity thing, but it's not a stunt. Like he was truly enraged.
Oh no, you can clearly tell like after the first 5 seconds, right? He's walking back. You can see his face. He first off does a cocky ass walk.
Yeah, it is. Yes,
Does
it
a
is.
cocky ass walk. You gotta give him credit there.
I give him a lot of credit.
That's how you walk. That's the way you walk after you smack a guy.
To be honest, Rob, I give him a lot of credit for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like what?
It was an entertaining night.
Yeah.
I don't care about this. I mean, look, it's been talked about a lot.
I think it's
It has
blown
been.
way
And
out of proportion.
listen to these comics, these comedians on Facebook. It's not brave to defend Chris Rock.
Why?
It's not brave. It's not like, oh my God, like we have to all rally behind Chris Rock. Because if this happened to another comic, if this happened to Ricky Gervais, a lot of these comics, it would be half and half.
Oh sure, yeah.
I would.
They
I
wouldn't-
more split.
It would be split.
It's so dumb
If
that
Ricky Gervais said that joke to Jada Pinkett Smith, and Will Smith got up and smacked Ricky Gervais, half these comics who are defending Chris Rock would be like, I could see why Will Smith was offended by
But
that.
the other
What
thing
if
is,
we
by
make it
G.I.
even more?
Jane
It's,
2
It's
joke.
not brave to defend Chris Rock. I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
saying.
but
hold
why
on
are
a
we
second. Let me
so-
finish.
Go ahead.
It's not brave to defend Chris Rock, like as a comic. Like we all know that you can't assault someone.
Yeah, that's my point.
You know,
but like, why are we so divided? Where you see someone get like, have we lost our fucking mind?
Yeah.
There was a
where
guy
someone
who
gets
arrested.
smacked in the face, and we have to have like a fucking debate about that.
Right. Why is it a hot button issue?
If I got up and hit you right now, I'd be clearly in the wrong,
You're
and I
in the
have to be
wrong.
removed from the room.
And here's another thing
what is
about
there
this
to-
whole thing too. I got a couple takes on this.
Okay.
Here's another thing. When people go surprised that Hollywood gave Will Smith a standing ovation, stop patronizing these people.
Really?
These people are fake.
They're mentally
Yes.
ill.
yes, they are.
They're
They
all
are not.
crazy millionaires.
They
Four
are
years,
not real
4 or 5
people.
years ago, they gave standing ovations to Harvey Weinstein when they knew of his allegations.
Exactly.
And Roman Polanski
Roman
for winning
Polanski
the
Roman
Mayonnaise.
20
Polanski
years ago.
Years ago.
They know everything
After-
that goes on in their
That's a
community.
great point.
Right. They know things that we have no idea.
James
about.
Franco won the Golden Globe that night, and then the next day they wanted to take it away from him because he was like raping girls.
5 minutes after the after party.
Yeah, and they all knew this. They know what's going on in their community, but they play these parts on television, and then they go on
Right.
TV, and when they accept these awards, they got to throw their little bullshit cause in
Right.
there, And stop It's like what you said. Stop
I
patronizing.
don't give a shit when Jessica Chastain
I don't
talks
care
about
anymore.
LGBTQ rights,
These
and I
aren't
don't
good
care
people. They aren't innocent people.
if Will Smith wins an award after assaulting Chris Rock and they give a standing ovation. I don't care.
Do you agree with the LA prosecutor potentially pressing charges on him?
He should,
Okay.
or she should. Who's the?
I don't think
I don't know. I don't know who the person is.
Who's the old prosecutor? Wasn't it Kamala Harris?
Yeah, but she's in
she
White
wouldn't have
House.
done shit.
I don't.
Okay.
What are they gonna? What are they gonna do? They're gonna.
They already
they're gonna
asked Chris Rock. if he
arrest-
wanted
No,
to
no, no.
Will
That's
Smith?
not.
He
That's
said
not how
no.
they're doing it. The prosecutor said it was assault on live television nationwide, so that's enough to press charges on
Yeah.
public consumption. Or
Well, if
whatever.
there was an alleged assault backstage, let's say happened backstage and no one saw it, then
that,
Chris Rock, it would be
that'll
up to
be
Chris
considered
Rock.
hearsay and it'll be thrown out.
Yeah, but we all saw what happened, and
That's
they have
because
no
that can be
choice to
like-
press charges.
Exactly.
He's not above the law.
And
He's above the academy, but he's not above the law.
And
Well,
here's
they kicked him out.
Yeah, no,
They didn't kick him
no,
out.
he didn't
That-
kick him
that
out. He
was-
resigned.
Bullshit.
No.
He resigned.
resigned.
Are
He
you're talking
resigned.
about the academy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He resigned.
Yeah.
and here's another
Good.
thing with Chris
Probably
Rock
asked him to
making
Yeah.
that joke. See, Chris Rock doesn't understand that Hollywood does not like him.
Never did.
They don't.
They never have.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's why he wasn't the biggest star on the planet.
Exactly. He thought that he could make that joke at Will Smith's expense, and Will Smith is just going to laugh it off, which
He did.
which
at
he
first,
did initially
until fucking the villain from Emperor's New Groove rolled her eyes.
until she fucking rolled her eyes. I mean,
she would Kronk, pull the lever.
but I mean that shouldn't stop Chris Rock from making that joke. I think
What
he
was it?
should
It was
have.
clearly a throw. I mean, you hear it all the time as a throwaway line.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Anyone saying like, "Oh, did Chris Rock's writers write that?" It's like, no, he fucking wrote
Can
that.
I say one thing about the line? When I watched it live, I was really dense and took it really literal. Like, oh, Jada Pinkett Smith is playing the new G.I. Jane color remake.
You know, people might have
People color
thought that.
remake. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah, because people might not have known that she had Appalachia or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they keep remaking all these
keep
movies
remaking
and
these
recasting
movies.
People of color in these movies.
So why
Right.
wouldn't you think
Yeah.
that? Oh, maybe she's doing G.I. Jane too.
yeah,
that's what I literally
They did it
thought. Like,
Ghostbusters.
yeah.
did
with
that.
a-
yeah,
Fucking. That's a good point, Matteo.
I was like,
That
that.
joke sucked.
Yeah, it did suck, and it like.
The joke was all right. It's a throwaway line.
It was- it was a
zero
throwaway line.
attention
It's-
if he didn't get smacked in
It's
the
an
mouth.
award
Exactly.
show. It's supposed to be light roasting. You know.
The actors know that they're doing that. Though.
You know. Yeah.
And Jada should get off of her high horse because she wouldn't be sitting up front if it wasn't for her husband winning an Oscar, which was more of a lifetime achievement award than it was for the movie.
That's another thing about this whole
It
situation.
was like DiCaprio's Oscar.
Exactly. Like that's another thing about this whole situation. Will Smith, oh my God, you fucking lunatic. This whole night revolved around him.
Yes, and he ruined it.
And to
For
behave
himself.
that way is
Right.
like
He would have been the star of the night
Yeah.
anyway.
is
Yeah,
hysterically
I can't believe
insane.
a guy who starred in a show called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air
Yeah.
would think that the whole world revolves around him.
Right. He co-starred in a movie with himself.
Oh,
Remember that
right,
one
yeah.
movie that he did.
After Earth,
I think it's called Gemini.
Gemini Man.
Where
Gemini
there's a
Man.
where there's a younger
You're a
version
clone of him.
of
Yeah.
himself.
It sucked.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that,
he shoehorns his kids into movies.
and he ruined everyone's night. Like,
yes.
well, you made all of our
it was
nights.
incredibly.
I mean,
selfish.
Yeah.
it was great.
ruined
I
Hollywood.
honestly think Will Smith down the line is going to kill himself. I really do.
Wow.
Do you really think?
I
so?
really honestly think that.
That's
think
just the
so.
plot of 7 Pounds.
Yeah.
It is. And In Pursuit of Happiness.
I can't believe
Does he
you
kill
think.
someone?
No, he kills someone in a car crash.
So why do you think he's gonna kill himself? I had this theory about Jim Carrey years ago. He's
his
doing well.
his apology and slash speech for winning was so emotionally detached, borderline delusional, narcissistic. It just shows a broken person.
But why would a
He's just a
narcissist
psychopath.
kill himself?
I don't know. I just feel like he's just
attention.
not there.
I mean,
like
he got enough of it.
you know, like I'm trying to word this. Like I'm trying to feel like he's just so out of it and like so like detached emotionally from like what I saw in that speech and the suffering he must be going through right now.
If he does kill himself, he should do it on Jada Pinkett's Facebook Live show, so we all see it.
Yeah.
And then this,
Right over the red table.
Yeah, just
and then
kill
that
himself.
dumb son of his.
Oh yeah, this
He's
This is
like,
what we do.
This is how we do. It's like this is
yeah.
not how you do.
Shut up,
This is-
kid.
no.
Your mom's a whore.
You live in fucking Los Angeles. You live a very very privileged life.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not from the hood, Jaden
Right.
Pinkin Smith,
Right.
whatever his name is.
Jaden.
Jaden.
You
Jade
were
Smith.
allowed to
Jade?
have a failed rap career and a failed acting career and still be a celebrity.
Think about how obnoxious these people are, where they name their son after the mother, and the daughter after the father.
That's
the most obnoxious shit you can do.
very
Oh,
obnoxious.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's almost like those people who have like their kids with all the same first initial.
Yeah.
That's worse than that.
Is there any? The fuck.
Shut up.
That's Will Smith now. He's coming. It's like I hear everything you're saying.
It's just smacking us.
I mean, it was great television.
And really, no, it was awesome television.
I mean, you can't beat that
The greatest probably the greatest live television moment since the
of all
first
time.
Plane went into the tower.
I agree with that.
Probably the one.
Probably.
Yeah.
What about the
1 second, because also another thing about these two guys is that they've been famous for 30
Iconic.
fucking
no,
years.
40? Like
I mean, we're going iconic.
Yeah.
since
iconic
the
from the
late 70s.
I mean, but they're also known, like Will Smith is known for Independence Day and Ali and these great movies. Chris Rock is known for the N-word versus black people bit. But
I know the point has been made. It would have been very funny if he just went right into that bit.
yeah, I know.
But they are just going to be associated with this moment.
Yeah.
It trumps everything they've done. These guys are
It's
two
almost
titans
like
of industry.
It's almost like people forgot about Wild Wild West immediately
Yeah.
after that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He erased half of his filmography.
Yeah.
Will Smith. And Chris Rock became like, you watch the moment and you see Chris Rock literally become like a 9-year-old kid
He
getting
really,
bullied.
yeah.
Like
He's
you're
"It
like,
was a
because you
joke."
always hear that. Like I think he's mentioned on interviews he had like a rough childhood and he
Yeah.
was bullied.
Yeah.
And you're like, you can't imagine one of like the greatest shit talking comedians being put through that as a kid, and then you see it on full display.
Good 10 seconds.
Yeah, you see
He
like
became that little kid.
you see the prom king smack him.
Yeah.
The
Right.
senior prom king smack the a freshman clown Chris
If the
Rock.
Chris Rock asked out his girlfriend.
Yeah, like, well, you mind if I go out with your bald girlfriend? Would you mind? I just learned what alopecia was the other day. Was it?
Alopecia?
Alopecia? I thought that was a Greek god. That's what I thought it was.
Now, what were you going to say?
Oh, it was revolving around the Chris Rock thing.
Right.
I'm trying to remember. I'm wording this properly. The backlash is also disturbing because like a guy was arrested in his first headlining show in Boston carrying a gun allegedly to kill him.
Now, did you hear this or not?
It was
What,
on
the other day? Yeah,
yeah.
I heard something like that, but I'm
It was
not
on
sure
it was
what
on
is.
CNN
that
and
can't
Variety.
be real. Somebody was arrested.
Yeah,
they were going to go shoot Chris Rock.
Yeah, it was on CNN and Variety magazine.
Who's this guy, Travis Bickle?
It was DJ Jazzy Jeff carrying a gun to Boston.
Whatever, where the bullets
Well,
flew
I mean, I would
through.
assume that it's a black man in Boston, and those guys should carry around guns if you're in that city. It's a very racist.
No, the
city.
guy tried to kill Chris Rock was black.
I like the people who are like, Chris Rock should have pressed charges. I don't know if you saw Chris Rock's last special.
Yeah.
Wasn't exactly pro cop.
it was not.
I also think that it's up
Just
to.
turned into Bill Maher, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't exactly Bill. Yeah.
By the way, I wasn't serious about that. I
Yeah.
want to just do my Bill Maher.
I don't know if you know. This is a very.
Wasn't exactly pro cop.
This is very real time.
This is very real.
Yeah,
to just
no.
sit there. You're gonna do new rules in a second.
New rule: hit comedians.
Yeah.
Hit comedians.
Learn how to take a joke. That's all Bill Maher does.
Before you take a joke, maybe take a punch in the mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, you
How
shouldn't.
about less punches to the face and more punchlines?
You shouldn't hit comedians.
But
You
they're
shouldn't.
very punchable.
But they
though.
are very punchable.
We all have very punchable
I mean,
faces.
is,
Yeah, we are.
there a more punchable comedian than Dane Cook in 2006?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. No, everyone has said it.
Just-
It's on Reddit, like comment after comment that.
What was I going to what?
Wait a second.
What the hell are you talking about?
What I just said, Dane Cook in 2006, 2006
Yeah.
was the most punchable comedian ever. There's comments on Reddit
Oh, yeah.
from what I just from,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
specifically
in
Dane Cook in
2006.
2006.
Yeah, like Dane
Okay,
Cook when he did
let me
special. and
revamp
shit.
it.
Yeah.
Dane Cook
It means it's a very relatable statement.
in August 16th of 2006 was the most punchable comedian.
Yeah.
Has anyone said that on Reddit?
Probably in a different format, paraphrased.
The date.
No.
Only on August 16th.
No.
They do tend to say June 21st, but
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant by it.
So, but what a moment.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, it's pretty embarrassing all around. For Chris Rock for looking like a little bitch. Will Smith for punching a
I
little
disagree. Like the height difference, he can take a punch.
yeah.
I
Man.
mean,
He didn't hit him
that's
that
true.
hard. That's why.
What was a slap?
Yeah,
It's still-
wasn't
it
even a
popped
hard
that
slap.
mic
You
pretty
know,
hard.
It was that in that moment he had probably so many jitters, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna slap Chris Rock in a minute, and he pulled back just a little bit.
So
Can you
that's another
can you
interesting
prove that?
thing.
Like,
Huh?
can you prove that?
Yeah, for sure. If you end up if you're in that moment of like, oh, I gotta punch somebody, and you really
Right.
don't want to punch them,
Yeah.
you don't punch as hard.
So that's another interesting thing. Like I thought when Will Smith stormed the stage, like just watching it like for the first couple of times, I thought maybe he was thinking of something to do with him.
Yeah.
And the only thing he could have thought of was just smack him.
Right.
Like maybe just have fun with
Like
it.
grab the microphone, like and they
Yeah.
come up with a joke maybe.
And I thought
And he's probably just such a dense idiot that
Yeah.
he's just like, he's like, I don't know anything other than violence, and then
Right.
just open hand smack.
and
Chris
just
Rock.
like and then
Right.
like after
You didn't have a line to like go with it.
I think maybe he wasn't even offended by the G.I. Jane joke as much as Chris Rock called him Richard.
right.
What's that, Richard?
Yeah, he goes, "Oh, here come Richard."
Here come
It's
Richard.
like this guy don't even get my name right. This is the ultimate moment of disrespect.
Yeah.
No, because it got Serena.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah. But
Because maybe he thought
That may actually be the moment he decided, oh, now I'm gonna hit
now
you.
I'm gonna hit you because you're mocking me
Right.
as you're trying to
And
say
you're
I'm
mocking King Richard
either you're
and the Williams sisters.
either you're saying I'm crazy and I'm still in character. And he's like, I'll show you fucking crazy.
I'll show you.
Because if that was me, he's like, this guy doesn't take me seriously at all. I'm a 6'5" movie star walking up to you, right? Very angry. I don't know how tall he is, but
It's gonna be like
I
6 foot.
assume he has that extra. No, but like he's like 6 foot, okay, 2 or whatever, and I'm walking over to you. I'm really mad, and you're gonna still fucking make jokes at my expense. I'm gonna open hand
Nobody
smack
thinks
you.
he's gonna hit him.
I like how we start out pro Chris Rock, and now I'm getting to like Will Smith's side. I see both sides. I see good people on both
They're
sides.
good
Both
people.
sides.
I don't buy the I'm defending my woman argument.
No, he wants to kill his bitch.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what he wants. He's like, you're gonna fuck other men. I'm taking the whole family and going to hell with me. It's all coming in.
She
A,
did
I think you're thinking of-
embarrass him
I
for
think
an
you're-
entire year.
yeah, I
I
know.
think you're thinking of Chris Benoit.
Now, you think Chris Rock knew she had that disease?
I don't think so.
I do.
I think he.
It's been
I
around.
think-
I guess
yeah.
I
it's been
think he
out.
knew.
Yeah.
Because it's been out there.
No,
Actually,
but she's worn
yeah.
her hair short like that before.
Yeah.
For years she's been a
She
bald
she
bitch.
came
Right.
out. She came with the alopecia thing in 2018. So he's
I mean,
bound
this
to
is
know.
going
I heard it's more
on.
sinister where he actually thought she had cancer and still made the joke.
Yeah, still made the
Yeah.
joke.
It's like, gee,
I think he knew.
nah, I don't know.
You don't think Chris
He
Rock
says
knew?
he didn't know, so
I didn't know.
yeah.
Well, I don't think Chris Rock is a guy who pays too much attention to the Smiths.
I think he does. I think he pays
he
too much
does.
attention
Why?
because
Justify it. Back it up.
he's still. I don't know why he does this, but he's still very much in like the into like black culture. When he's an A-list celebrity, legendary
No,
comedian,
that's true. He did direct the
he's-
film Good Hair.
and he's still into like the gossip column on like Black Twitter. It's like Chris Rock, you can move on. You know, you are.
I
you
think
don't,
he chooses
Well,
not to.
But that, I mean,
Well,
honestly,
that's always who he was, though.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's
So I don't think
it's let me hold on.
Yeah.
It's that's what makes him great is that he's still like a man of the people.
yes.
Right.
But
Very topical
when
guy.
you are at the Academy Awards and you're referencing, I guess Jada. But the real thing is that he didn't reference Jada Pinkett Smith's infidelities and
so-
all that shit. He
and
just
that's
made a joke out of
the,
it.
That's
the
true.
girls before earlier in the show did.
They did.
They did.
Regina Hall did.
Regina Hall did. And see, that's the thing too. Chris Rock made fun of the bald head, which also it's kind of an odd look.
It is a
and
crazy
so,
look
So,
by crazy
but
people.
even if she had this
They're crazy people.
I would say I'll
What-
give
what's the name-
I'll give her benefit
what's
of the
the name
doubt
of
saying
this
she
disease?
has
Alopecia?
alopecia.
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 Even if she has that,
What's
I mean, I
that-
don't know.
what's
Just
that
take
song
a
that-
fucking joke.
What's the Felicia song? Alopecia.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Like
that,
I was gonna say,
Bye,
there,
alopecia.
yeah.
there are people on Twitter really pushing this, and like I think it might go to like if we do to sit down, kind of like both sides, like on like a mediator. Like people are pushing on Twitter, them doing it on Oprah, like
Oh,
a
they
special
shouldn't do
event.
that.
But
No,
years ago they
it's
would.
not even that big, I don't think.
No.
Years ago they would have done that. They would have been on like a late night show. They would have
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Stern.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah,
But
like, they would have done that.
they-
like, why don't they do it now? Let them.
Nah.
Let's
Nah.
watch
Keep
that.
them
That'll be
away
Denzel
from each
sat
other.
them down, and they hashed it out backstage.
I would
Keep
like
them
to
away from each
no,
other
that's
until
not true
next
at all.
year.
yeah.
And by the way, ABC is probably praying they don't do anything with each other.
They will definitely come across one another in the next year.
I mean, yeah, the same cookout, but
Yeah.
No, no. ABC I think might be hosting the Golden Globes coming up.
The Golden Globes aren't gonna.
I mean,
that's in January.
that's in
That's what I'm
January.
talking about.
This is how bad award shows have been. The Golden Globes canceled their ceremony.
I know they're pushing it forward.
Televising their ceremony
Yeah.
this year. This is how boring they were.
Right.
And now they're back. Now I think next week is what
the Grammys.
The Grammys or something, and it's like I'm watching that.
They're getting Pete Davidson and Kanye West in
Yeah.
the same room, huh?
They are. No, actually, no. It just came out. They're banning Kanye.
No, the Grammys already happened. What are you talking about?
No, the Grammys are next.
Maybe.
He wanted to make a hack joke.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed it. I'm sorry, I missed it. I missed it. I missed it.
I want
like to make hacky jokes.
I want to make fun of our View-esque take on this. By the way, I was watching Whoopi Goldberg.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, what about her?
Whoopi Goldberg getting called out.
She gets more and more obnoxious.
She's so nuts.
really
It's
does.
so weird.
What she got called out
She
for?
got called out because she was like, you know, we all work hard in Hollywood. People act like we're all elitist.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
That show
nothing
is
was
so
more
bad.
down to earth than all of you singing John Lennon songs while we're all trapped inside.
Every morning before I go on the View, I lay down some bricks. It's like, you don't fucking work hard.
Yeah.
Did she say that?
No,
shit?
but she's under the delusion.
I know.
I'm happy to
It
be here
seems
on
like
The
something
View.
she would say.
That talking with Sonny Holston and that fat Mexican broad
Yeah.
is the same thing as fucking putting in sheetrock.
She started. She
I'm
started.
happy to be here, Kelly and Michael. Earlier this morning, I was
What-
building houses in Africa.
Really? It's ridiculous.
She's starting to look like Kirby Puckett, by the way.
Who's Kirby
Ooh,
Puckett?
Whoopi Goldberg. She's a baseball
She is
player.
getting chubby.
Yeah,
I
she's
know.
an older lady, right? How
Yeah,
old
I
is
know.
she?
She's in her mid
She's
70s.
gotta be
I
in
was
her
surprised to
70.
find out that Joy Behar's 80.
No, yeah,
That
I
makes
googled that
sense.
recently. No, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, would you want to fucking masturbate to Joy Behar?
I really did.
How good looking does she look?
Ken?
Oh, Joy Behar?
Yeah, I don't know what she looks like.
awful. Oh my
What do you mean you don't know what she
80-year-old
looks like?
woman. It's-
I bet you.
Well, so is Cher, and Cher is hot.
Okay, yeah, no,
right.
we're in agreement there, but Joy
Ooh.
Behar.
Okay.
is fucking-
Cher's hot now.
Yeah, you never seen her Cher like
Nose real looker
Yeah,
these
I
days.
really like the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz.
Right.
You know,
I realize what a bizarre thing to say.
Did you see
They
Liza?
tore out my uterus and threw it over there.
Did you see Liza Minnelli? Did you see?
Oh.
No,
see
yeah,
that?
yeah. What you do? What you do?
Yeah. Did you see that?
I
No, what
think
you-
she
what you
looks
do?
great.
That brought a tear to my eye.
What you do?
She couldn't even speak.
Oh yeah, that's
She
right.
looked like
yeah,
she
yeah.
got smacked by Will Smith.
Right.
She was like, and Lady Gaga's all like, I got you.
Liza Minnelli looks like Bruce Willis's brain right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I was
Poor
wrong.
Bruce.
Cher's 75.
But what's it called? Yeah, Liza Minnelli came out.
They wheeled her out. No one
Yeah.
even knew she was in a wheelchair.
I did.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Well, no one's really keeping up with Liza Minnelli.
No.
I do for
Yeah,
humor.
that's-
I do because I think she's funny, not the wrong
Wait a
ways.
second. You Google Liza Minnelli?
No, I follow her
What's
social
it there?
media.
Oh, okay.
Liza Minnelli has social
I
media.
had no
Yeah.
idea that she was in a wheelchair. So when she comes out, you're like, holy fuck, that's like weird. You know, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. And
She doesn't
then
get paraded around or anything like that.
fat fucking Lady Gaga is with her, right? And she's like whispering her lines because
Yeah.
Liza Minnelli's like instantly forgetting everything.
Why do they even
But they
throw
just,
her
that's
out
what
there?
I mean. Like it's inhumane. It's like leave her backstage. Why
But
you gotta
do you
make her
remember when,
present?
Leave her in park.
Remember
Yeah.
when
Leave her in the handicap spot
Put
that
the
she came in.
e-brake on so
Yeah.
she doesn't go anywhere.
Like, you're making everyone sad.
Do you remember when what's his name used to go out there?
the tires off.
Kirk Douglas,
What
right?
about him?
Was it
yeah,
Kirk Douglas?
yeah, Kirk Douglas.
And
yeah.
they used to,
Yeah.
and he used to have to speak.
And he was still getting Me Too'd.
And well, you know, he's a big pervert, but he used to have to speak and crack jokes.
Yeah.
And they would all have to laugh because they're all fucking fake pieces of shit.
And they were like, "Oh, that's Kirk Douglas."
like he would say something like, "I'm so old, I don't know." Like,
I was at the first academy.
Right.
I want to know what your stance is. So I'm
wait 1 second.
okay.
That's why when these people support Joe Biden, it's not shocking.
No.
They think Joe Biden's competent.
Yeah.
They believe.
No, he absolutely is.
They
compared to Trump.
wheel out Liza Minnelli and they're like, give her a microphone.
Yeah, they
No
let her
one
talk.
who's on the verge of death should be speaking in
No,
public.
they
Oh no,
should be
I
healing.
agree with that. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, I would hope so. Except for
I
Zelensky.
think we should have.
That's a different case of death.
You know, I was thinking of something. And I was like,
we should have only people with wheelchair. We should do Oscars so crippled.
oh,
That's nah,
Not on my
nah,
show.
nah.
Take it someplace else, bud. I let you get away with the Africa comment before.
I know exactly. I know.
Always we're gonna another fucking. Someone's gonna yell at us.
oh
again.
yeah.
What did I do?
No.
Take
No.
it someplace else. Not on
I
my
didn't-
program, but you go take that to the Liza Minnelli show.
Laws Manelli.
A comment.
No.
What about being charitable?
What you want to do?
It's a
Special
joke about charity.
special Oscars, like a special
That'd be
Olympics.
hilarious. I think.
The special
Yeah,
Oscars.
just the Down syndrome girl from American
Well-
Horror Story.
Well, they
hosted.
gave a deaf guy an award.
That
No,
was
no,
that was
he deserved it. I saw that film.
He played a deaf guy.
He played himself.
He played a deaf guy. How was that acting?
It's incredible. No, that is
actually are yelling what the whole
What?
movie.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no, it is. If you see it, it is legit acting.
right. Sure. It's fucking silent film. Get out of here.
And that was like another thing. They said that he was the first guy to win an Academy Award.
He's also the first guy I never heard his name called.
Yeah. How did that? Did you watch that part?
Yeah, I did.
Did he get up immediately?
Of course he
Yeah,
got.
no, he
No,
did.
they had to
Yeah,
sign.
yeah,
Oh, they
he
had a
signed.
sign. The deaf
Yeah.
get way too much leeway in this country.
It's
For
ridiculous.
what?
Didn't
Huh?
Marley
For
Matlin
what?
win?
She won an Academy Award, yeah, but
But-
she
but-
tries to
But
talk.
she tries to talk.
It just sounds
Wait,
like she's
what do you mean
underwater.
they get leeway? I'm gonna
Why is it a big deal?
back
They do get
this
too
shit
much
up.
leeway.
Like, what do you mean?
They get way too much leeway
It's like the new cause.
between
It's
the
a new
interpreters.
bullshit, like fucking gaslighting cause.
How?
'Cause between the deaf interpreters that we saw all fucking on
All during COVID.
during the COVID, just put on the closed captioning. Remember they wanted to sue Cuomo because he didn't
Who
have a
did?
deaf
Who-
interpreter, like the deaf people.
Which was
It's a legal requirement.
well, that's ridiculous.
It is.
Just
Look it
go
up. You can,
who's deaf in the room that can't have their own
it's
personal interpreter?
broadcasting. It's a
They should have
it's
a- they
FCC.
Tone deaf is-
They should have like you know how the blind have CNI dogs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the deaf should have their little deaf interpreter
They,
guy.
they have the guy with them.
Why?
Because I'm
You know how much
watching.
money that has to fucking waste people's.
Well, if we had Medicare for all, then we wouldn't have to.
And
Yeah,
like,
that's what you're arguing. You want
Yes.
full-on socialized medicine or this
Absolutely.
bullshit.
Yes.
Pick a side.
I am picking a side.
Which one is it?
And it's against the deaf.
I'm not with you on that one. Whatever. Moving
Mateo
on.
is pro-deaf. With those fucking headphones, he'd be deaf in 2 weeks.
Probably.
I saw the
blind
I did not see this movie Coda. I didn't see it, and this is what the guy won for, right? The
Yeah.
deaf fella, right? But what other roles? He's like remember when the big precious lady was nominated, and it's like she's not gonna get any roles after this.
No, she did a few, but they're not good.
She had to lose like 10 pounds.
I was at the after party. That's my role she got.
she was a TV actress forever.
What
after that.
She did get
a few,
roles
but
after
yeah,
that,
but
though,
she
yeah.
didn't get like Academy Award.
Oh no, she never
roles.
No.
reached that again.
No,
She did
no.
American Horror Story.
Yeah, that's what.
forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine, but like I think that when they give out these awards, there should be a step. But no one even cares about these awards anymore anyway.
No.
It's not even like they are a stepping stone train.
No.
The last couple I watched, I was like, I'm looking at the movies that are winning. I'm like, I never even heard of some of these. I saw a couple of them. and I'm
Right.
like, that one wasn't that good.
Yeah, like
You know?
a lot of these movies that are nominated, I just have no interest to see anymore.
No.
Yeah.
It's almost if you do nominate it, now I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, because the stipulations with you gotta nominate
They have to
LGBTQ movies
Fit a
and-
certain category.
right, and that just takes away from everything.
Well, they always
from me.
kind of did that, but then they would shoehorn a few like movies that we like.
right.
Which
there-
ones? I want to know.
Over the years, like
Like
like an American Hustle was nominated. Let's see, the
That was
Joker
actual-
movie was nominated for
Yes.
Academy Award.
And to be fair,
they were regular
not
movies.
just hold on
I'm
one
just
second,
saying.
not just
Let,
that,
let the ambulance or whatever the
Whatever.
fuck.
That's all right.
not just with the LGBTQ and whatever movies that come out. Like when they started nominating like 10, 11 movies, like this is like 10 years ago. That also threw me too
Yeah.
because it should be 5 movies,
Right.
the 5 best movies that have come out that year, and that should be the criteria of being nominated for an Academy Award, and then the eventual winner.
Now they're just
You-
sort of like this, like just nominate anything, like a participation trophy. Kind of,
Right.
I don't want to use that as an
I
example,
mean,
but
it's true.
it's just like that's what they kind of do. It's like no, nominate it because it's an important movie.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
like, well, what happened to good movies?
also this past year it was kind of tough.
It was really awful. Like
To-
even for good, like any film festival. Like I've talked to people on my podcast and episodes I'm releasing in a few months who like work with Sundance, and they were like, this year and the last 2 years were fucking awful for
Right.
film submission.
Well, also you have to take COVID into context.
That's exactly why.
So- but they
That's what
also
I was gonna say.
they've also like kind of narrowed it down and shit to certain films. How many movies have you seen that were nominated?
Me?
Yeah, you
Pretty-
saw Coda.
I
your
saw
favorite
Coda.
Movie. Who's your favorite actor?
It's not my favorite. Whatever. What was the list again? Did someone pull it up?
Well, I just named some of the movies you saw this year. We don't have to
Was
put
King
up the whole
Richard?
list.
I saw King Richard. I saw the one, The Wild West, with Benedict Cumberbatch. I forget what it's titled.
Seen them all.
No, I've not seen
All right, I
it.
gotta move on.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I don't
I gotta move on. I love this real time
yeah.
podcast
Oh, yeah.
we're doing.
And me and Mateo were like when Ben Affleck and Sam Harris got into it that time.
Right. Mateo's going on about the deaf. You want to take away the deaf.
I want to remove the deaf.
Against-
We don't need them.
We don't need
We don't need a deaf.
I read this tweet. This is
okay.
still regarding, still on the Chris Rock Will Smith thing. But I read this.
What?
Someone tweeted this out. Her name is Akachi Foundational
Why even try?
Thug.
Let me see that.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
At Vanessa Ohaha. Time for my own hot take.
Oh.
I think as a society, we've outgrown the need for comedians. Everyone and their grandmother is funny. I've gotten more laughs off of Twitter than watching any set by a comedian. End of tweet.
That's a bizarre.
That's really bizarre, man.
So, I think
I think there are
because there's a lot of shitty comics.
Yes.
That someone like this is like, well, we don't need them.
well, it's the same.
I also
thing
think
as
that
we were
I also
saying with
think the person
Oscars.
could be a troll. The
No,
per-
that-
No,
okay.
she's not trolling. She's serious.
Okay.
You
don't know
where
that for sure,
There's a
but-
lot of, especially in comedy, there's a lot of shoehorning of like, make sure we have one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these.
Right.
But they sacrifice quality. Now there are people who have quality that are these things, sure, but you're not finding them.
Well, I think what she's saying here too is that she's like, everyone is funny, and not everyone's funny.
No.
Because you watch TikTok videos,
And you
because
learn.
think that's funny. I don't think that's funny.
I
also
don't.
not
I
anyone-
still find
Everyone, she doesn't understand. Like it's like she doesn't understand that. Like also joke writing.
right.
Like not everyone can write a joke.
no.
No.
You know, and not everyone can deliver
Twitter
a joke.
joke writing is really just snippy comments at
Really.
Individuals.
insert politician
Yes,
here.
yeah.
So
I also
It's not
like.
really stand up.
I've never seen a tweet that has made me fucking laugh like out loud. Like, oh my
well,
god.
she's doing a good job then,
Like, huh? What? I didn't hear the joke.
because you laughed out loud, and she said she wants to outlaw comedians. She said she's funny, and I said she's doing a good job.
Oh,
then.
okay. I didn't hear it. That's
Yeah.
why.
yeah.
Sorry.
What a
There's a lot of
derailment,
ego
and I'm not
involved
the
in
one to
that
do
statement.
So
It should have just been moved on.
Yeah, I
didn't- I
didn't hear what you said, that's why.
Yeah.
but yeah, like just because this woman finds Twitter funny, someone like me, I don't find Twitter funny
Only like
whatsoever.
how many people are on Twitter?
Like,
At
8
this
million
point,
people?
nah,
You know,
it
I don't-
dropped drastically
Yeah,
recently.
I don't find social media funny. I never laughed at a fucking meme.
We know, but like
You
the
know.
thing is, like majority of society is not on social media or Twitter, but we only really listen to them.
That's
So
very true.
Stop listening to them all the fucking time, and you can just move on with your day.
Right.
Like anyone that says anything like that, that's like It's like we don't need fucking electric guitar, and we just want ukuleles from now
Yeah,
on.
like who are you?
Like, you know, who are you to fucking
to talk and say
People
that
love
society's
comedians.
outgrown comedians.
Yes,
Yeah,
It's like no.
Society
How's
It's
how
a
is
strange statement. That just means you don't enjoy comedy.
like when you see
No,
guys
that's
like
fine.
Sebastian selling out fucking arenas
Oh,
and Bill
very true.
Burr
Shouldn't
selling
even-
out
shouldn't even-
arenas.
Doesn't even constitute. That's nonsense. That's
Yeah.
like saying society's outgoing. Mark Cuban came out recently, and he's like, "Oh, I think sports are going to be consumed the way people consume TikTok."
How.
He compared it to people who are just going to watch highlights opposed to games. It's like, yeah, well, that's
No, it
first
probably
off,
is true.
First off, that's pretty common over the past 40 years.
Yeah.
I don't know where you've been, but
There's
there was a
4
little show
channels dedicated
called
to that.
Sports Center.
Yeah.
And like the like it's just so dumb. Like, I don't understand where you like some people still enjoy watching things that are how they were.
Yeah, you're allowed to have an attention
And not,
span.
you're allowed to have an attention span,
You know.
especially except on this show.
Except-
No, but you're allowed to have an attention span. Like it's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need to live your life through your fucking cell phone.
I mean, sometimes yes, you sit through a 2.5 hour movie and you kind of realize, oh, I like this.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, it like you feel like, oh shit, like you go back when the movie's over, you go on Wikipedia, you fucking look up, well, what did this scene mean?
I do enjoy that part.
You
of
know,
watching a movie.
You know, I think what she's saying is totally fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
How'd you
nonsense.
find that person?
100%
I saw it on social media.
What an answer.
Saw it on Facebook.
But I think there's a
I don't like Twitter. I like Facebook.
Yeah, I think there's a healthy way of going on Twitter and Facebook. You keep your ear to the ground and you have like fun with it. There's nothing wrong with people who enjoy memes. Just don't live your life through the fucking. It's not only your.
I completely agree. I just
Well, a girl
personally.
like that probably gets all of her validation just through her
Yeah.
Twitter.
Wait,
Right.
yeah, which is also very
Exactly.
sick to think
Like-
about.
She lives off of hot takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like
hopes someone disagrees. So she
and it's
can-
like no, like I never went on Twitter. I don't go on Twitter. I'm like I have to laugh. I love to laugh on Twitter.
I haven't been laughing all day. I must go on the Twitter. I have to check the memes. They make me laugh.
And I'm tired of autistic fucking comedy fans.
Yeah, I know.
Like which ones?
Like
No, like which fan bases?
I
Like,
just think people don't know how to interpret jokes because they're
okay,
reading
that's
them
what he meant. Because
so
yeah,
often
yeah.
now. Like even context and conversation, people don't understand. Like it's just like because you're on your phone so much, so you don't really read. You can't read the context.
Well, I was watching.
You're so used to reading on
Yeah.
your phone that you actually don't know how to talk. to people
Exactly.
anymore.
You can't. No one reads tone anymore.
Yeah.
Just simplify the way you speak for
I
people.
was
Yeah.
watching like a clip of Jim Carrey on Norm Macdonald's podcast,
Mhm.
and the title of the clip is "Jim Carrey is unbearable" on Norm Macdonald's podcast. And like I'm watching it, and first off, he was fine. He was a little crazy on the show, but it made the show.
crazy.
It made the show interesting. He like started humping the air. I don't know. Jim Carrey's fucking.
Well,
out of
you
his
got to
mind.
get that clickbait headline. Like,
But also, I'm reading the comments and all the comments are like, "Fuck, you could tell Norm hated him." It's like, no, it's like, stop
That's
talking
what we
for
live in.
fucking
We live
comics.
in people wanting to hate each other.
Yeah, that's like someone turns around about what would George Carlin fucking say about everything? Like, shut the fuck up.
he's dead. What does it
yeah,
matter?
like, doesn't
Right.
matter anymore.
He was old enough; he would be dead by now.
And by the
anyway.
way, I love
he
our
is dead.
hold on. I love our fan base.
So even
Yeah,
if he
why?
didn't
I
die-
love our fan base.
Why?
You listen to our show. I love you.
Your family.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
listen to the show. Your
Family.
family.
You're not. You're not. I don't want anyone near my family. You stay away.
So what do you like about the comments on YouTube and shit?
Huh?
The YouTube comments.
I
were
like-
good.
a lot
I
of
like the
YouTube
comments I
comments.
leave,
Okay.
and I get fucking 10,000 likes on them shits. Know why?
Why?
Because they're well thought out and funny. Unlike that bitch who wrote that tweet.
Okay.
Fuck, came out hot.
You really have a problem with the.
Did you see that moose go over that car?
What moose?
Did you see that bull destroy that woman?
Oh, you're talking about my joke.
What happened?
But
Never mind.
but wait, listen. I think this is an important conversation. We always have to talk about the state of comedy. There's not too many guys who are doing it good anymore. Doing it like I think Tim Dillon's very funny. I think he does a good job with his podcast. He's a little
Very.
fat. Little fat. I'm worried about Tim Dillon's weight.
Okay.
But I could give a shit. Michael Shea's leaving Weekend Update. Good. Get out of here. Fucking go.
He's not leaving.
Yeah, he's leaving Weekend Update.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he told Matteo.
It's on Matteo.
Oh, that's-
Which
Now,
was-
you claim to have a hot scoop or something like that? On this
Yes,
whole thing?
yes, I do.
Will Smith.
This should be interesting.
My psychiatrist personally knows Chris Rock in a weird way. I don't know the connection, and I
your psychiatrist is talking to you about other people.
asked, is this person a client or a patient?
So
The individual said no, they're just personal friends. And he, the individual, my psychiatrist, said that he is very distraught about the whole ordeal.
Chris Rock is.
Yeah.
So your psychiatrist knows Chris Rock.
Yes.
They're friends.
They're friends.
Yes.
And he's like, Matteo, you got it.
I have to-
We gotta get this
I know
off.
you normally come here for you to confide in me, but today the tables have been reversed.
Right.
Sit down. I must tell you about my friend Chris.
We
And
gotta
you're like,
cut-
Chris, how?
We gotta cut your sesh short.
Okay.
I gotta go to Chris Rock's house and
Yeah.
console him.
Yeah.
Because he's a grown man that's not over a slap.
So you're saying that Chris Rock is distraught over getting smacked in the face on television?
I guess you're the way the individual psychiatrist put it, temporarily, yes.
temporarily.
It seemed like it, the way how the individual psychiatrist who I go to pointed it out.
You know, I do believe Matteo when he says this because he does live on the Upper West Side.
I do.
Why wouldn't I believe him? But it's not really a scoop.
It's not really a scoop.
Oh, okay, I
though.
thought it was.
It's something that we would kind of figure would be like, you don't have to know Chris Rock
I
to
don't
be
know
like,
him.
I would think he's probably a little upset.
Okay.
It would be weird if he moved on this quickly.
And you know what?
Considering no one has.
That scoop was so boring.
It's true.
You should be called TMZZZ. Jesus. But thank you, Matteo.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Thank
I
you.
mean, you messaged us that,
Yeah.
and a little underwhelming.
I thought it was gonna. Did you think it was gonna be something juicier? Like Chris Rock immediately pissed his pants off,
Right,
like
yeah.
something.
No,
Could have been. No,
Yeah.
I like building suspense.
I did expect
Fucking
something weird.
He
and
knocked
bizarre.
over Liza Minnelli's coloscopy bag, crying out of the room, and Liza went, "No."
What was also very funny about the Chris Rock joke? He did the Chris Rock face.
Yeah.
He did like, we're gonna do it again.
I like when he responded when after Will Smith was like, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." He goes, "I am going to."
I am going to.
It's just like
Yeah, that is very funny.
like yeah, I have nothing else written for the.
Poor Questlove.
Who's Questlove?
He's the guy
He's
who won
the guy
the
that
Oscar.
got the Oscar
Yeah.
5 seconds after that.
Oh my god, that's
'cause you know, like-
so intense.
You know what sucks about that though is he puts out this documentary. It probably means so much to him,
Right.
and he knows he's gonna win.
Yeah.
He knows because
They all know ahead of time.
he knows he's gonna win. He's fucking Questlove. Could you name anyone else that fucking did a documentary last
Nah.
year?
Ken Burns.
And he's probably preparing for that. Oh Jesus, Matteo.
You asked the question, you're gonna get an
Was
answer.
Ken Burns there?
A lot? Yeah, he said he was in an interview.
Will Smith pointing out, "Go next."
You should lend Jada Pinkett Smith his wig.
But yeah, I mean, if you're Questlove, you're like sitting there, you know you're gonna win, and then what happens? The greatest moment ever
Yeah.
in the history of live television,
You got to follow with your documentary.
and then you're just up there, and that's what I mean about the people. They just, and they're like, I'm like, look, because I watched this speech, and they're like looking at him as if they all are totally forgot what just happened about a minute ago.
No, they didn't.
They're
No,
literally
they
their
didn't.
job
Nah,
to do that.
it was pretty
They
much in the air.
It was like there was
Yeah.
video footage of Andrew, whatever his name is, the British guy. plays-
Garfield.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, like just like roasting Will Smith the whole night at so many after parties. Like just
I'm talking about.
No, he's Greg's talking moments after.
okay.
No, I'm not talking
No,
about.
it was
Yeah.
very much because you can. Well,
There's
Chris
attention
Rock
in the
was
night.
very
Yeah.
shook.
He
Yeah.
was.
Shook.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, what are you
did
gonna
you
do?
see Mel Gibson on? I think it was on Tucker Carlson or
What
one
was
of those
this?
shows.
What was this? Like recently, a few months ago?
A couple of days ago.
Okay.
Because and they tried to ask him what his reaction was, and Mel Gibson was just not answering the question whatsoever. Oh, Jesse Waters.
He was on Jesse Waters.
Yeah, and Mel Gibson's like, Jesse Waters goes, what do you think they would have done to you if you did that? And Mel Gibson's like, I'm not giving into this kind of. Mel Gibson's so fucking crazy.
He's like, I'm here to talk about stem cell research.
Yeah, I don't forget what he was actually there to talk about.
He's
Mel
not, yeah,
Gibson.
what is he in? I don't think he's in anything.
I think
now.
it was just they booked him on the show.
be
Oh, no,
crazy,
he is.
yeah.
Just so they can like get
Get
him
ratings.
to
He's
talk about it because he was at the Academy
He's in.
Awards.
Right.
Well, he's coming out with Passion of Christ too.
No, he's also in that movie with Mark Wahlberg called Father Stew.
Yes,
that's what
yeah,
they were
yeah,
talking.
yeah,
Yeah,
about yeah.
That
Terrible.
movie looks
awful.
hysterical.
Yeah.
That movie's rated R.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's rated R.
For rape.
Yeah.
Really?
Father Stew. He plays.
Oh,
like,
yeah, because he's a priest.
Yeah.
Plays a what is he like? He gets into a car accident or something like that.
Yeah, you know what's funny about Father Stew? It's not even an American product. It's originally an Irish show.
Oh, so it's like a remake.
it's
or
a-
whatever?
Yeah, it's a remake. Yeah.
Fucking Mark.
Oh, is it off of Father Ted?
Yeah, it's a spin-off.
Oh.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
The American Father Ted. Okay.
Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is that a comedy series?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
comedy
it's a
series in
sitcom.
Britain. Yeah.
And there's nothing
Wait, no,
funny
no.
about this Father Stew movie.
Have you seen the trailer? That's not a comedy.
No,
they're
I'm
talking
saying
about Father Ted. They're talking about the show.
I know.
no. It's like a dark
That doesn't-
spin-off.
That can't be right.
What are
I
you
read this on
talking about?
Wikipedia like this week.
No, it's a true story, Mateo.
Okay.
Yeah,
I seriously read this on
Thank you.
Wikipedia.
Thank you, Greg. I was like, there's no way they're doing an American spin-off
'Cause I heard
of
of-
a 20-year-old
I've heard of
Irish
this-
sitcom.
It's
I
on
heard of this
Wikipedia.
Father Ted.
It's on Wikipedia. I'm pulling it up right
Father
now.
Ted's kind of funny.
Father Stew
Yeah.
also is a spinoff of Father O'Houlihan.
I'm googling this right now. I'm backing my claim up.
It's a
Let me see.
Roscoe Nash character. We love Roscoe.
Hey, my school.
No, continue.
Are you
I'll
pulling
Google.
it up?
Yeah, father.
He thinks this Mark Wahlberg movie. This guy is.
He was in that dictionary movie, Mel Gibson, with the guy you look like.
The Professor and the Madman.
Yes. What'd you think of it?
I didn't. See
Oh,
it.
this is a fucking drama. I think of something
Yeah,
else.
it's a
Yeah,
drama.
it's a true
Yeah,
story.
there's no way they're rebooting Father Ted.
It's a
Yeah.
fucking. What do you think? It's a slapstick comedy
I
with
thought.
Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
Daddy Holmes too.
Yes.
This one's all too crazy. This is all the way crazy.
Make some shit up.
I didn't make shit up. I'm googling it. Father Ted remake.
He's still googling it.
It's over. It's Father Stew. It's a true story. You got confused.
Yeah, no. I'm googling what I read.
Liar.
Okay.
I'm not a liar. Father
It's funny
Ted
'cause
remake.
When I told him that, I called him in a lie. You got to see his face.
I don't know, no, it's right-
He's
it's right-
lying. He's just not.
I'm
he doesn't-
I'm fucking
he's
confused.
Yeah, he's confused. He's all
Completely lying.
altogether crazy. This one.
No, it's right here.
He's
Read
still
this.
googling it. He thinks he's gonna get the right answer to pop.
No,
up.
it's right here.
You're on
Read it.
Wikipedia.
Read it.
You're editing the Wikipedia.
No, I
page?
am not editing it.
He is. Stop clicking on the pencil.
Right here.
Fucking
Father
hell.
Stew is.
He's like, what was my password?
Recording. No, I don't even need a password for Wikipedia. Where is it?
Pascal 22.
Oh, here it is.
Okay, go
Will Ferrell is actually planning on potentially doing a remake movie format of Father Ted in America, taking place in Boston.
But why would you think this
That's
movie is
not
that?
Mark Wahlberg.
Because it was a comedy, Mark Wahlberg. Here, read this. It's the potential remake. Actually, I trust Nick with this. Read it out loud.
Why
Wikipedia.
wouldn't you trust Greg with the phone?
I don't know.
Greg spits me
Because I was coughing.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because I-
Since the end of the series, several attempts to remake Father Ted have been reported, but none have yet materialized. In July 2003, it was announced that the show would be remade for the
Look
American
how
market.
worried Matteo
The
looks.
remake would be scripted by Spike Feresten, who previously wrote for U.S. sitcoms Seinfeld and The
yeah.
Simpsons.
I know.
All right, I had enough.
Who cares? I don't understand why this. I don't get
Because
it.
he really thought that.
I understand, but
this
there was
Mark
a
Wahlberg movie.
slight mistake on his part.
Yeah.
So scripts are being made and they get left on the cutting room floor, and Mel Gibson plays a priest and
Well,
is
Mark Wahlberg plays a priest. Mel Gibson plays the father. Getting back to Mel Gibson. So he was on Jesse Waters.
Yeah.
Jesse Waters and his great big white face.
He was, he's just, but Mel Gibson is so crazy. He couldn't even make eye contact with the camera anymore. You're not supposed to talk into the camera.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson like talks to the side like this. I want to reach that level of fame where I can do that and get away with it.
Right.
If I could just not look at the camera and talk at the ground like this. He's so crazy, and he'll look up every once in a while, like, and you'll see a little bit of the old Mel Gibson,
Yeah.
like the Braveheart Mel Gibson, and then you look into his eyes, and all you see is like, hate the Jews.
yeah. He was supposed to do a movie with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
And the movie was called Rothschild. It was about the Rothschild.
Yeah.
And could you believe that they couldn't get financing for that? Could you believe that these two lunatics?
Right. You mean Viacom didn't want to touch that with a 10-foot
Yeah.
pole?
Right.
Warner Brothers is like, we're going to take a meeting with Shia LaBeouf and Mel Gibson. They have this great idea for a film. Yeah, send them in. That sounds like box office gold.
Might as well be the protocols of the elders of Zion.
They sit down and they're just like, well, what do you have for us? And then they're like, well, check it out. We're gonna make this movie taking down the fucking Rothschild. So like, get the fuck out.
They were
of
like,
here.
get them out.
Bring in Soldier Boy with the soap.
We leave those people alone.
I want to make the movie a documentary about the history of soap.
He did that?
No, but he invested in soap.
Yeah, he did. A lot.
Soldier Boy invested in soap.
I know that.
Yeah, I think
was
it's
it right before the pandemic?
It was like he's like Larry Silverstein with taking out insurance on
Yeah.
the towers. Like 2 days before the pandemic, he's like, I'm buying all the soap.
Well, you just know, like, these finance guys that, like, his, like, team, like, was
Yeah.
sitting in a meeting, and they were just like,
Just
Soldier
wa-
Boy,
re-
you got a lot of money.
They were just reading the Chinese press. It was like,
Right. And, like, you gotta start investing, and like, you know, and Soldier Boy, that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, we have some ideas. We have some plans.
We got some plans. And they're like, that's all we need to hear, Soldier Boy. Now, there's cryptocurrency.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I want to invest in soap. He wants to invest in soap.
And they were like, the finance guy was like, soap?
Yeah,
He's like, well, number one, everyone has to use soap, right?
we all need it. We all need it for our
And they
ass.
probably were like, this is genius.
Yeah, they're like, what else you want to invest in? Water.
the water is the future investment war.
I know.
Good.
Yeah, I'm investing in it.
You should.
Yeah, I bought all the water. You know, my friend is a water expert.
How?
I have no idea. That's what he tells me. He goes, he's really into water. My friend from last night, G. Frey.
Okay, I didn't meet him.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I wanted you to meet him.
You guys should have had some
You
conversation.
guys would have had some conversation.
Should we talk about last night or not? Well, what you informed me about.
No.
Okay,
No.
okay, we'll leave it at that. The
Yeah.
mystery shall
Yeah,
linger
that's not-
on.
It's not important anyway. It's
It's
anything.
fine, it's fine.
No one's gonna know about it.
I know.
Yeah. So
We got 10 minutes. How do you want to fucking do it?
What an intense episode.
and that's not done. We have another hour after this anyway.
No, we've
Yeah.
done 50 minutes. Like I'm saying, like
Last year when my friend's dad died,
yeah.
his neighbor was walking his pit bull, and he was shouting at the pit bull like, "You motherfucker!" Right?
What?
And then so he has to console my friend. He comes over to my friend, and he's like, "I'm so sorry for your fucking loss." And then he goes, "We're gonna get these motherfuckers." And my friend had to inform him that it was cancer. He goes, "I don't give a fuck who it was. That motherfucker cancer. We're gonna get him."
It was by far one of the most insensitive
It was so cold. It was such a
things
cold
I've ever seen.
dumb.
exchange of condolences.
How was the guy dressed who
he
said
was-
that?
Oh,
shit?
he had a chain, black
Yeah.
T-shirt, yelling at the dog.
Yeah.
The dog actually, in the middle of expressing his condolences, the dog barked, and he goes, "You motherfucker, shut the fuck up." He started yanking on the dog's
Yeah,
chain.
yeah.
This kid's name, John Bon Jovi.
That's his
I'm
name.
not making it up.
That's his name.
Oh my god.
John Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
he-
Then I get why he's so angry.
he-
I get it.
I remember because he's like one of these guys. He's a typical.
I hope he doesn't sue us.
Typical.
Oh, he won't listen to
Nah.
this.
Okay.
He can't prove
Yeah.
it. We could be
He-
talking about the actual
thinks-
John.
Yeah, yeah.
He probably
And he'll
doesn't
be like,
even-
"What do you mean by that, motherfucker?"
Who, John Bon Jovi, my father?
No, the rock star John Bon Jovi.
I don't know no motherfuckers or rock stars, but we're gonna get him after we get the guy who named Cancer. That motherfucker Cancer.
He was telling me once. He's like your typical Staten Island, just fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about
Just
it?
with the pit bull and the chain.
It was a pit bull.
and
Okay.
I'm sure the black T-shirt was extremely tight.
Oh, yeah.
just fucking what T-shirt?
That bra he was
Tribal
wearing.
fucking tattoos. And one time he's just telling us, he's like, we're outside drinking it on my friend's stoop, and he's just like, "Motherfucker, I got to a fight outside the bar, and here's the thing, bro. We're just fucking, we're fucking rumbling, we're fucking dudes up, launching dudes. Then
He's
all of a
fucking
sudden-
dudes up.
Then all of a sudden, dude, my chain go missing, and I'm like, okay.
You're paying attention to your
I'm
chain
like-
during a fight.
I'm like, and then he goes, I'm like, yo, everyone stop and chill and find my chain. So he was fighting with all these guys, and they just started just looking for his
They
chain.
had a search party in the middle of the
They
fight.
had, they're like, yo, this is El Guido.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Chill.
Yeah.
Chill. Let's
Find
help
his
him
chain.
find his chain.
Find this chain.
This is stage
And then
4.
we fight.
And then he turns around to me and goes, yeah, you know your first piece of jewelry? This is my first piece of jewelry. So that chain was important to me. And then he was like, but we're going to get the motherfucker who ripped it off.
It was given to me by my mother, Kim Basinship.
My God. What a fucking...
What a character,
What a
huh?
character. He was a character.
We don't
and a
meet
half.
people like that in Ohio.
I fucking love those guys. This is one kid that he used to hang out with my friend Jufrey on his steps. I don't remember his name, but he used to tell everyone to take the city test. You know, that's like the
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
here.
Which one?
Just
all
all the
of them.
city
Oh,
test.
okay.
He was like,
That is
I
a
was.
Staten Island rite of
'cause
passage.
that's a great question, Matteo, because he was like, I want to see you, court officer. I want to see corrections officer right here. I want to see sanitation worker.
This motherfucker gonna be a cop. He's gonna be a cop.
He's like, this is a working neighborhood.
And then we can control things from the ground up.
Fucking just giving everyone a speech.
It was inspirational.
Inspirational. Fucking 2 days later, he's getting carried out of his house by the cops because he tried stabbing his mother with a fucking butcher knife.
Was he successful?
No.
Okay, that's a
Very unsuccessful.
Okay.
And then like a year later, we saw him in Stop and Shop asking for a job
yeah,
application.
yeah. That's another thing.
Yeah. He's like,
Where did he try? Like arm, body?
I
like,
have no idea. He just
Okay.
got carried. We
Just
just,
getting carried
and it was
out.
like one of those kind of carry-outs. He looked like Ron Artest getting carried out of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
palace.
yeah,
They
yeah.
had his ears like
They had his ear, and he was
Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah, he's like,
Just yelling, just going, no,
I'm gonna get that bitch. And then John Bon Jovi said, "We're gonna get you, motherfucker."
no one hits women, you motherfucker. What a fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, good thing we don't hang out there anymore.
No. The stoops.
Yeah.
How about the kid with the tranny kid?
Oh, yeah, tell me about
Oh,
that. I have to
yeah,
hear.
yeah.
I have to hear
That's
this.
actually very funny.
This is very funny.
I have to hear this.
This is years ago. We were at a party. It was again next door to my friend's house. It's all Drew Frey's house. And this fucking kid, this little fat kid that used to live.
His
next door.
neighbor.
His
His
neighbor.
neighbor. He had a couple people over. And he was like one of these like guys who just like fucking drinking and just fucking like everything was a fucking rule, you know?
Yeah.
Like we had like cube ice. He's like, nah, crush ice because it adds more to the drink. It's like shut the
He's
fuck
like
up.
crushed ice for the cooler, cubed ice for the drinks.
Yeah.
Everything had to be like a thing with this guy. Also, he was like one of those guys that when you're like, I know him when I was like maybe 16, and he seemed older than us.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then once you reach like a certain age, like you like 19, 20, you realize that guy is like only 2 years older
He's
than
like a
you
few
are.
years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're like kind of a peer.
So he had like a big party, and then he was starting to hook up with this girl, and he just was like hanging out by the porch, and he's just bragging. He's just like, this girl's so fucking hot.
He's just swaying back and forth.
His
He's
cock.
just swaying.
Yeah.
Just going, I got my dick sucked just now.
Yeah.
I'm about to get some more pussy after this. And then this girl comes out of nowhere, lifts up her skirt, reveals a dick.
A chick with a dick.
Just go like this.
Do you remember?
no
do you remember
idea.
if the top?
What did he do? Did he freak out and just like fucking start fighting?
I don't know if he
Honestly,
found out.
I don't know if he knew. Maybe he knew. I mean, if he didn't, that's kind of rape. isn't
Yeah.
it? I
Whatever.
don't
No,
know.
it kind of is.
It
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Did the trans individual have tits or no?
Yeah, she was like a woman. We
That's-
wouldn't-
okay, that
yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Not that they aren't women.
Not that
I know.
they
I know what you meant
Whoa,
by it.
don't
and
get
we'll
me any
leave
kind
it
of
no,
trouble
no,
on
I'm
this
not. I'm not
program.
implying that. I'm not implying
Not
that.
on
I'm
my
not
program.
implying that. I'm not implying that.
Trans women are real women on this
They are.
program.
Now, what was he going on about? Biden.
Who?
He was.
Oh,
What the fuck's he doing?
what are you talking about?
He's talking about like he made like a huge speech
When?
about like how we have to respect trans people and like,
I didn't see it, so I don't feel like I should comment on
I
it.
feel like I heard him say.
people. They're very good trained and whatnot.
I feel like I heard him say that like it's part of Autism Awareness Month.
There is I've noticed on the internet there's a weird overlap between spectrum people and trans people. I'm not saying there is, but there is like a percentage of overlap. I find.
Now, what do you
interesting.
do for Autism Awareness Month?
I-
Do you
I-
celebrate?
I do.
At them and
This is your month.
I am going to observe some conferences at the UN on April 4th and 5th.
you're gonna research.
So you're going to Comic Con.
No, I have UN membership passes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play chess in Central Park.
I don't do
What
that.
is this? The fucking UN?
Yeah, the United
Live
Nations.
from,
Yeah.
live from Sopranos.
Yeah, I
This
know.
is your month.
Yeah.
Autism Awareness
It's
Month. I'm
about time.
happy.
Good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy your month.
Yeah, I'm just really gonna take the 2 days for myself to go to the UN, and that's it.
Good for you. Last month was International Women's Month.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
The month before then, African American
American History Month.
History Month. January. What's January? Do you know?
January really isn't assigned to anything.
Yeah, Chinese New Year.
Chinese New
Yeah,
Year.
pretty much.
Chinese New
Yeah.
Year.
No, February is more often Chinese New
Now,
Year.
does Autism the Autism Awareness Month have a parade or something like
Yeah.
that?
They do in Europe in a few places.
They all walk in a single file line and don't look at it.
I know they do.
Into a school at 2:00 in the afternoon for some reason.
around the block of
They
the
do.
neighborhood.
They
There's
do.
a bunch of signs up
let me
saying
finish.
don't lock eyes with them.
They do in Scotland, and I know in Sweden. I heard of one.
There's one in Scotland.
Yeah, they have one in Scotland, and then they have one in Sweden. I don't know.
I think you think of the remake of The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man is a great
Great
film. Oh
film.
my
Great
god!
movie.
The original British one is like 4 hours long.
Well, that takes place in Scotland.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
and
like
it took
it's
me
like 2.5.
really. It took me forever to realize it was a
Christopher-
cult.
Oh, really?
Really?
Because I saw the original before I saw the remake.
I've never seen the Nicolas Cage one.
It's,
Well, I've seen
good, it's
clips.
good. It's good, but it's
Part
like nowhere near like the
So-
Scottish
it's so
one.
dumb.
No. The remake is supposed to be like really bad.
It is, but there's. I thought
The
entertaining.
Christopher Lee one is the.
That's a
my
great
yeah,
movie.
that's
favorite
that's the
movies.
I
classic.
do like Christopher Lee.
Have you ever seen? Maybe we should do this on the next episode.
What?
What are we up?
3 minutes. Tell me what it is.
got
Have you
time.
ever seen Threads?
No,
You never seen Threads?
no.
You would like that movie.
What is it about? Just tell me.
Nuclear Holocaust film?
Ooh.
You've been.
I
trying.
will watch that next
will
week
watch
and
it.
I'll review it.
Of course he will.
Yeah.
'Cause he's
We're
insane
gonna-
like
we're gonna
you.
What was the Viggo Mortensen nuclear holocaust?
Viggo Mortensen.
The Road?
The Road.
Yeah.
I read the book. I never seen the movie.
Oh, you actually read? You actually read the book for once?
I thought we were all fair, man.
You know what's funny about that?
thought we were all fair.
Hold on.
I read the-
On an old podcast
Yeah.
that we used to be on,
Yeah.
one of the co-hosts, who happened to be the actual host's wife,
Who, the gay guy with the beard we used to show? What was his name?
I forget his name,
What,
Saul.
Yeah.
But she was, and I remember her saying, the book was so much better than the movie. Like, shut up.
Well, I
Anybody
read.
who actually says that?
No one.
I read the book. To be fair, I read the book in prison. So
Prison. What was your crime conviction?
I did 9/11.
Beautiful.
I did 9/11 twice.
That's
Did 6
beautiful.
months
Yeah,
for
I
that.
don't know. I did it, and they put me in jail for a couple of months.
Not stabbing your sister.
Yeah.
I love
with
it.
a mother with a butcher knife.
I love when guys get out of prison and they're just like, what like you're like, what'd you do in there? And they're like, I got a degree.
Yeah,
It's not easy to do.
fucking.
yeah, and shanking people.
Oh, get a
Oh,
load
the
of
ice cream.
get a load of the big fucking defender of prisons here.
I'm not
Big,
defending prisons.
Fucking,
I didn't know
what
he
are
was
you,
a public defender.
I didn't know. I didn't know Matteo was a fucking
He's
parole
like-
officer.
I'm not.
So it's very difficult to get degrees in prison. You're saying? huh?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Just like from what I've seen in documentaries and like doing research, like on National Geographic, there was an article in their magazine recently about it. Like, they just make this. They don't. A lot of state prisons don't give inmates computer access to fill out the application, so they have to like make appointments repeatedly to do it.
Could you imagine an episode of Scared Straight with Matteo?
I thought about it. This is why I obeyed the law. This is why I obey the fucking
As
law.
the kids getting scared or one of the crazy prisoners?
Either way, it's
I
not
think
pretty.
as one of the kids, but also it would be just funny if he was just there as an observer.
Yeah.
Mateo is not only a podcast god, which you really are.
Thank you.
I always appreciate
And a
your work
warrior.
here.
Thank you.
But you're a podcast god, a comedian,
Yeah.
but most known to be an observer
of society.
of
I,
life.
I try to.
I want
try
to do an episode of Scared Straight where it's just the Batman villains. Just
Oh,
yelling at kids.
there's a Robot Chicken sketch like that.
Those bastards. That's Seth Green. He fucks kids.
Yeah.
Does he? Is that an
Really? He's
allegation?
one of them too.
He fucks kids, eats kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eats children, eats
He's-
people. He's cannibal.
We got 5 seconds, 4 seconds.
Know where I
30
heard that?
seconds,
Isaac
8
Cappy.
seconds.
Isaac Cappy.
We're done.
Justice for
Isaac Cappy.
Isaac. Justice for Isaac.
Cut it.